So, dispelling the world glamour is actually a science, and religion is a science. That's why science is so incredible. Science reveals God. Science justifies creation. Science is amazing, and so is the science of God. There are certain elevated realities we have to get to before we can understand the science of God. We have to get past gravity, we have to get past many different things, the illusion of light, speed, time, all these kind of things. We have to come up with proper answers and utilize those energies, utilize those fields of reality. And when you do that, you only do that because of your view and your intention and your speech and all those things that are coming together. So imagine those things that I talk to people about, from as Jesus or as Buddha or as Krishna. Many lives I've been doing this, and I give the same teaching. If you do this and you become a disciple, the influence of the Lord will aspire you by waking up within you. And that's called bodhisattva. In a Buddhist way, that's called bodhisattva. So then, as that wakes up within you, there is a view that you now have rather than from your mom and your dad or from yourself. You literally have it from the Lord of the world who created you. Created you. Not only just created you, but created everything you're in. Everything you're in. So imagine that Lord is an omnipresent being. It's different than yourself. It's an omnipresent being. It doesn't have another self. It has itself. And itself is everything. Itself is everything. Itself is every person, every ant, every tree, the earth, all the solar system, all things comes from this being that you see as a human being, but in reality it is the Lord, microcosm, macrocosm. So that's the reason for the teaching. It's to help me heal myself, help me heal your suffering, and your suffering is my suffering because we're the same. So I have to give you teachings, I have to go through the process, and I have to keep ushering in this process, but I have to provide everything. I have to provide all the understanding, all the science, all the form, it's a redirecting of not knowing, not understanding, not having wisdom to knowing and having understanding and having wisdom. It's all given to you through the blessings that come with what I'm, helping. By dispelling glamour, it wakes up wisdom rather than your intellect and your pride and all the things that come with that. Because your intellect will cross out God. You will intellectualize with God. And because God's not an intellectualizer, then you're going to think you're smarter than God. Because God doesn't think like you. So now you're not in competition with God. You don't believe in God. What makes you believe you exist as God? I exist. We all exist. Everything exists. What makes you think you're God? And that's that omnipresent reality that is in the enlightenment of God. It's different than in everybody else. And on the path, I provide the teachings that says, this is how we get it. This is how we heal all the suffering. This is how we get it. And you get it by following these simple things. Meditate. Listen to my pujas. Use a little effort. Use mindfulness. Put it into your life. Don't work all the time. Go back. Meditate. Put my pujas into your mind. Use mindfulness. Put a little effort into it. And change your livelihood to where this becomes your life. And then it becomes your speech. All your insanity, your meanness, your aggression, all of it changes. Your speech changes, your intention changes, and your view changes. But that means everything around you is changing without you doing shit. All you're doing really is meditating, using mindfulness, and an effort to meditate and use mindfulness. Clearing the shit that is the suffering. That comes from your speech and wrong livelihood, wrong actions. You could spend your entire life spinning a wheel like a rat, or you could seek enlightenment. And everybody chooses the rat. Everybody chooses the rat. It's a weird thing, but it's true. It's easier to follow the left-hand path than it is to follow the right-hand path. To follow the right-hand path, you have to use effort, and you have to change your livelihood. And you can't focus on, I'm going to change my speech, that's going to make me better. I'm going to change my intention, that's going to make me better. I'm going to change what I think is my view. And you haven't changed your view at all. It doesn't come until you're mindfulness, you meditate, and you put effort to be mindfulness and meditate. And that becomes your livelihood. And you speak like you meditate and you have mindfulness, because the things you say are not harmful. You got to realize that the only reason there's suffering out there is because of the harm. And you get rid of the hate, do these things, enter in with the Lord, and you will be purified, and the whole earth will be saved. I promise you. It's a fact. I can say I guarantee it, but I've been doing that forever. So look around you. I guarantee it. So enjoy. Thank you.